just arm candy. She's
Yeah.
not really a love interest. But yeah, so then we get the weird, like, backlit bat signal, and then we get Batman running,
with the
and
new
then
march.
Robin runs up, and then that's the end of the
credits.
movie. And we cut to the U2 song.
Yep. And then I think later on in the credits, I think it's what?
Kiss from a Rose. A portion of Kiss from a Rose.
Yeah. So that's Batman Forever. Now, despite how we talked about it, I'm assuming both of our scores are going to be higher than last week's.
Oh, yeah.
As far as mine is concerned, I'm going with 8. How's my mole? Out of 10. Because, like Batman, the director isn't given all the power. So we get a solid movie, with flaws, again. I know I gave 10 out of 10 to Batman, but that is, like...
That's Batman.
They went the other way with this, obviously. They went way too dark, so they had to bring it back, and it swang around to being silly. And we'll see what happens next week after, again, like a Batman Returns situation, you go too silly. But this one, this is the right amount of cheese, basically.
Yeah.
Joel Schumacher, I don't know whether he sat out or not, I think he did, to make a modernized Batman 66. And I think he succeeded in every way possible. It's more colorful, there's cheesy jokes, we get a holy Batman joke.
Yes.
Obviously, Jim Carrey completely cribbed the Riddler from 66. I think the only bad mark is Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face, for the most part. I mean, again, he's allowed to be a little kooky. Sure. It's just that he, unfortunately, doesn't really go back to Harvey Dent at any point other than the beginning and the end of the film. Yeah. But overall, it's not a perfect movie, obviously. No. But I think... for what it's supposed to accomplish, which is supposed to be a 66 Batman retold through modern eyes, I think it's success.
Yeah, I give it 7 impulse control problems out of 10 because pretty much for the same reasons you said. However, I don't go as high because there are some moments that bug me. Right. And it's a lot of the things like the miscasting of Robin should have been a child. That really bugs me, and I understand why they did it because it's probably just easier that way to cast an adult, but it just seems like, okay, then if you're going to cast an adult, do a rewrite on a script where it makes a little more sense. Yeah. Like, don't
write him like a child.
Yeah, then... like don't like force that into a 25-year-old man. It just seems a little weird. However, you get things like Jim Carrey, which is just incredible. His performance just carries the whole thing through. And Val Kilmer is solid. Like, he's a decent Batman for what he's given. I would say the only negative would be... I think
it's a shame that he didn't come back.
It is true. Although he wouldn't have been welcomed back, I'm guessing. No. But, like, there's good performances in this movie, just not a lot given for them to do. Yeah. Nicole Kidman is a good actress, but she's not given anything to do other than horny woman who wants to fuck Batman, which I assume is most women in this world, but it just seems like an odd thing to do. And I think things like that, where it's just like all these characters are there, like Commissioner Gordon is a bumbling idiot now, whereas he was decent in the original 2. Now this is what he's doing. It's just kind of like a weird way to go with things. That's why I give it a little bit lower. I still think it's an enjoyable film. It's much more enjoyable than the last film. It is a much better... It's I wouldn't even necessarily say it's a better movie as far as like a complete film, because there's a lot of plot holes that just go nowhere in this movie, but it's more enjoyable. It's a better sit. It is a better watch. Like, I would watch this movie, and I have many, many more times over I would ever watch Batman Returns again.
As far as MVP, it's obvious it's Riddler. That's
Riddler. Like,
easy.
Jim Carrey stole this movie.
This is my favorite actor playing my favorite Batman villain. It's meant to be... for MVP. Plus, again, every scene he's in. I can understand Tommy Lee because his anger. Yeah, because this is what he knows he's not gonna get anything out of any of these scenes. That he's in there with Jim because Jim's taking the scene whether you like it or not. Yeah, and that was his thing because Tommy Lee Jones, like I said in the notes, like Tommy Lee Jones is that guy. He is the guy who's not going to be as crazy as Jim Carrey, but if you put him in a movie, this guy's going to take your scenes and you're just going to be there. Like, he's going to own the room. But it's not possible to do with Jim Carrey there. Jim Carrey will steal every scene, and there's nothing you can do about it because he is that magnetic and he is that good.
So Tommy Lee Jones was just really jealous and really upset by it. So it was a weird casting. I think Billy D. Williams would have had fun with it.
Yeah. It would have been much better because he would have played. He probably would have played more.
I mean,
granted, we say this, but who knows? You gotta adhere to the script.
My guess is he would have played it straight.
Well, you'd adhere to a script. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, the script didn't require him to go nuts.
I guess not.
He could have said all that crazy shit very calmly, and it would have probably worked better.
And thus ending the Batman.
We have to do it, folks. We have to do it.
We must finish with the fourth and final film of these original Batman movies by going way back to June 20th, 1997, and looking at the cinematic classic that is Batman and Robin. We're gonna actually try to have as much fun with next week as possible because it's not a good movie. The rating will reflect that. That's obvious.
Yeah. I mean, you know what we're going to do. I mean, there's nothing we're going to say that nobody has said before, but just come with us because I think we'll have fun with it. We'll have fun making fun of this movie. You'll have fun listening to us do it. And hey, we watched it because you don't have to.
Yeah.
Because that's how it goes. Yeah, I'm cribbing somebody else's fucking line, but deal with it.
So yes, we will end our Batman months, plural, with Batman and Robin next week. We'll get out of here this week.
Yep.
You were Steve.
You were Justin.
And we're way back and gone.
Who is Batman?